The Toby Gribben Show podcast.
Thank you for downloading this episode of the Toby Gribben Show podcast. Don't forget you can listen to the full show live at shoutradio.org.uk and all of the clips right here on the podcast. Anyway, enjoy the interview.
Meet our urgent care team at the new VHI 360 Health Centre Carrickmines. Doctors, nurses, radiographers and specialists who work together to treat your minor illnesses and injuries. Visit vhi.ie. VHI Healthcare Act, trading as VHI Healthcare, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Well, let's bring on Collin Roberts now. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing smashing. Now, your NFT project is called Aiken NFTs. So what actually is the project? How would you describe it?
So Aiken NFT is an anime-style NFT project being built in an Ethereum blockchain. It's an awesome low-cost way to learn about your first NFT project. Invest in the project with utility and get yourself a cool profile picture.
Yeah. And for those that maybe haven't heard the term before, what would you say an NFT actually is?
An NFT is like a traceable digital asset, a way of making and storing digital asset information within the blockchain.
Yeah. And how did you yourself and your brother, I suppose, actually get into this kind of thing?
We kind of actually just started hearing about it from, we were listening to Gary Vee a little bit, hearing him talk about NFTs, and then we kind of did some independent research on some of the newer NFTs that are kind of popping up in the market. Yeah. And we were just like, this sounds like so much fun. It sounds like something that you could really build a community around. And so we just decided to get started with it, and it just, started making layers and started getting ready to, get them put out there.
Yeah. And was this the first NFT project that you worked on, or have you done others before?
This is the first one that we're working on.
So how did this idea actually come about?
It really came about because me and my brother have always wanted to have a way to be able to engage with a community online through some kind of purchasable thing that kind of gives them access to some unique features or some, unique kind of group that you can go and do things with. And so when we kind of started looking into NFTs, we realized it was kind of the perfect revenue for that.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And how does this NFT project actually work?
So basically what we're trying to do is we're going to release these NFTs, and then through releasing them, we're going to try to build kind of like a metaverse-esque place for it. We want to have a community where people can come and be able to interact with other owners of the NFTs. And we want to be able to have the community kind of guide the project into seeing what they want to see come out of it, whether that's making a whole open world kind of, book to it, or making a comic series about some characters that people own, or, whatever path that kind of the community decides that it wants to take. I think that's our biggest goal for it.
Absolutely. And here's the other ignorant question. What is the metaverse?
So the metaverse, at least the best way for me that I've been able to think about it is it's basically a social media platform that will eventually come around, once it's in full force, that everyone from around the world will be able to display their unique art, lifestyle, because in the sense of in the metaverse, you can build your own characters, own property, own art, and all that kind of stuff. I think it's just going to be a really, really cool way to be able to see how everyone's able to interact around the world on the internet in front of each other.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm really excited for it. I've always wanted, I've played video games in the past, and, Call of Duty lobbies and stuff like that are fun. But when I've gone into at least, VR or anything like that and seen some of the people that talk in it, the community's great. So I'm really excited for where the community's going.
Yeah. Is the metaverse then kind of like this big virtual world? It's almost like having a second life, maybe.
Yeah, kind of. I think that's where a lot of people, I think, are going to get not value, but I think where a lot of people are going to be allured to it, because I think people are going to use it as an escapism, kind of, where they're going to use it to kind of be able to be a different person. One of my favorite movies that kind of explain what the metaverse is going to be is called Ready Player One.
Yeah.
And that's basically what I imagine the metaverse will be in 5 years.
Interesting. Do you think that the metaverse and NFTs in general and all this stuff that's linked to it is the future?
I definitely think it has the potential to be the future. I think it really depends on how the community and how people who are like working on the metaverse actually build it, because I really, really do believe that there's a lot of good that can be done within the metaverse when it comes to, artists having credibility for their music and having, better interaction with their fans and other things like that. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be pretty promising.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you think that NFTs are also quite important, maybe economically and socially?
Yeah, I think they're almost just as important as, cryptocurrency kind of is nowadays. Everyone loves it because it's able to go through the blockchain, and it kind of circumvents a lot of, policies that go through other countries and things like that. And it gives people in maybe a little bit more restrictive countries the ability to be able to shine more in the social media aspect of the world, because it's more of a business thing, or it's, you're using it through the blockchain as purchasable product. So I really, really enjoy that.
Yeah. So in terms of Aiken NFTs, what would you say makes this particular project important?
For me, what makes it important is it's the fact that it's a passion that I've wanted to do for a long time. I've always liked art. I've always liked drawing. And I've always wanted to be able to build something where people were kind of almost awed by the world that's going to be created through it. Yeah. I've always wanted to build my own video game. That's kind of one of my dreams. And so if through Aiken I can build a universe and a world where I have everybody own their own characters, and then I'm able to build a world where I could possibly, build storylines for people's characters in the way that they want it, because they own that NFT. And now, that's not 100% of what, my plan is for, part of it. But, that's where I at least see the future of it going in my head, is just a community who's driving a major, massive story through the community, not through us. We use the community as the outlet to be able to make that happen.
Absolutely. And also you've got a Discord server as well, which seems to be quite common for NFT projects. Why is that, by the way?
It's really because Discord is very, very good at having user interaction. So anytime I'm in a Discord server, most of the time, every single person that's on it has responded at some time or another. If there's a Discord with 5,000, 10,000 people in it, there's usually 1,200 people on that server talking at one time. Wow. People, it's crazy how much people use it as an actual messaging app.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, where can we find the NFT project and the Discord server and keep up to date with how everything's going?
So we have a Twitter, Instagram, and the Discord server, obviously, and you can find links to all that through their respective social medias. You can also find us on OpenSeas, I believe. I believe we have it registered on OpenSeas now. Yeah. And then I think we're trying to make a YouTube here in a couple of weeks, so that should be coming out very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. What kind of things can we expect from the YouTube channel then?
We're going to try to post updates on project releases. We're going to try to maybe release some little short animations of the characters and stuff like that to kind of build some excitement and hype around what's to come.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, many thanks for coming on today. It's been great to talk to you.
Thank you again. I appreciate you having me on.
The new VHI 360 Health Centre Carrickmines gives our healthcare members access to 5 floors of clinical expertise, including urgent care, paediatrics, and state-of-the-art diagnostics, all under one roof. Visit vhi.ie. VHI Healthcare DAC, trading as VHI Healthcare, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
The throbbing pulse of sound.